Hi, guys. Welcome back to Hear Me Out. I'm E.
I'm Dee.
And today we're going to talk about y'all's favorite person, but maybe it's ours too. We cover them often. And it's the Kardashians, particularly Kimberly Noel. So we've had some time to think about, this certain topic that we're going to discuss today. And it's basically, her ties with Balenciaga. As you guys might or might not know, which I think you do, she reevaluated her relationship with Balenciaga and now she's brand ambassador. Can you believe this nonsense? But we're going to go and talk about it like we always do, give you our opinions. And yeah, I'm sure you guys are going to let us know in the comments what you think.
Okay, yeah. So, according to Rolling Stone, the luxury fashion house came under fire in November of 2022 after a holiday collection photo shoot led to deep-seated pedophilia conspiracy. A statement from Kim herself and a $25 million lawsuit. So back in November of 2022, Kim Kardashian was caught in the crossfire of criticism aimed at the luxury fashion house Balenciaga after a holiday collection, as I mentioned earlier, created this whole conspiracy. The mogul, who has worn Balenciaga to the Met Gala in addition to walking in one of their Paris Fashion Week shows, issued a statement at the time saying that she would be reevaluating her relationship with the brand. After less than 2 years of reevaluating, on January 19th, Balenciaga named Kim Kardashian their latest brand ambassador.
January.
January, sorry. And so the quote is, "For several years now, Balenciaga designs have been a part of my many looks and some of my most iconic fashion moments," Kardashian said in a statement. "This historic fashion house embraces modernity, craftsmanship, and takes an innovative approach to design under Demna. For me, this long-standing relationship is built on mutual trust and a commitment to doing what's right. I'm excited about this next chapter for the brand and to become their ambassador." The move isn't entirely surprising, given the absence of a single mention of the scandal in season 3 of The Kardashians, which premiered last summer. And as recently as December, she attended Balenciaga's Fall 2024 fashion show in Los Angeles. Nicole Kidman, Michelle Yeoh, Isabel Hubert, and Krit, I cannot pronounce that last name, are also Balenciaga brand ambassadors. I have been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been disgusted and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, but because I wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how this could have happened, she said in an immediate wake of the controversial ad, which featured children photographed with what appeared to be BDSM-themed teddy bears. As the controversy grew, social media users were quick to highlight that one of the public photos of the campaign featured a page of the Supreme Court case United States v. Williams, which prohibited the pandering of child, and I'm not going to say the word because it's just graphic. Yeah. The ad and its accompanying images were pulled after less than a week. "We strongly condemn child abuse. It was never our intent to include it in our narrative," Balenciaga told Rolling Stone in a statement at the time. "Our plush bear bags should not have been featured with children. The two separate ad campaigns in questions reflect a series of grievous errors for which Balenciaga takes responsibility," Kardashian added. "As a mother of 4, I have been shaken by the disturbing images. The safety of children must be held with the highest regard, and any attempts to normalize child abuse of any kind should have no place in our society, period. I appreciate Balenciaga's removal of the campaign and apology. In speaking with them, I believe they understand the seriousness of the issue and will take the necessary measures for this to never happen again." Now, all that's left to see is whether Kardashian will, at some point in the near future, have to reevaluate her initial reevaluation. So, shout out Rolling Stone for that last petty comment. What do we think? That's your friend.
That is, however, she ain't my friend today. You know, I've been thinking about this all day for the last couple of days, actually.
Uh-huh.
And I just think, Kim has reached this level of, I don't know, I'm going to call her businesswoman, wealth, establishment, household name, you know, mogul, entrepreneur, high want to be high fashion, you name it. Like, she's done it all, right? Now she's an actress, she's a writer, or whatever, her endeavors are. Does she really need to be ambassador for something like this?
Do you
I think her resume speaks volumes. Like, why does she need to be ambassador of this campaign, especially since you had such strong opinions about it before, and now it's like you never said it, like we forgot about it. Like, you don't need 10 of these, you don't need all these things. You have the advantage, or the privilege of now choosing what you want to do or what you want to support. I think, like, somebody like Jay-Z, he's not doing 10,000 things. They're, or, whoever, whatever other artist, they're being very selective
right?
about the things that they do, and being very strategic about it, and how that affects their next business moves.
Yeah.
Kim, I immediately thought of your best friend Kourtney, and, just thinking, when is it enough? Like, it's
Yeah.
unnecessary. What do you think?
Yeah, that's immediately what I thought of was Kourtney. It's
And y'all know
like
I like Kourtney.
that conversation she had with her about the whole Dolce and Gabbana thing, and her asking when would it be enough, and her asking, like, what is Kim really feeling
What
deep
drives
down?
you? Yeah.
Yeah, what is driving her deep down? And at the time, I remember that we thought, like, I mean, hey, she wants to be a businesswoman. This is a great opportunity,
Mhm.
like, maybe Courtney's taking it a little bit too far. I think Courtney would be exactly right now.
Yeah.
Like, because one of the things that we talked about when we covered that whole, like, situation last year, we discussed about how there's a lack of accountability in Hollywood and in the entertainment industry, because something happens today, by next week it's like whole nother story, right?
Yeah.
And everybody moves on, forgets about it, like nothing's happened. The thing is that Kim will never feel like it's enough, because nobody ever holds her accountable,
Mm.
because she continues to do these things. She used that Dolce and Gabbana plot line for almost 2 seasons, and everybody continued to tune in, us included. So she can do these kind of things, like the article mentioned, not discuss the Balenciaga incident once on the
That's
show, but spend an entire season rocking their stuff, and everybody else in the family also rocking her stuff during the time that she was supposedly reevaluating her relationship with them. So
mm-hmm.
it's like, because the whole situation happened right late 2022, when we saw that first the first season that came out in 23 last year, she was still wearing the stuff, and that season went through to Christmas, I believe, to the holidays. So clearly the Balenciaga issue happened during that period. She didn't
Mm-hmm.
cover it, nobody did, and they continued to wear Balenciaga outfits. When the second season of last year dropped, they were still wearing Balenciaga outfits.
Mm-hmm.
So at no point was there any real, like, stepping away from the brand. There was no real cancellation. So
Yeah.
for me, I think I've reached my level of, like, Kardashian hypocrisy, where at this point I think I'm covering them with you because it's like we're committed, but I don't care to have anything to do with that person or her brand or anything like that, because I think it's fairly disgusting that you, as a mom of four, like you said in a statement, can
Yeah.
sit there and say, "Oh, I'm the brand ambassador, and our relationship is built on mutual trust and has been built on mutual trust all these years." So what happened during 2022? Because you
Mm-hmm.
didn't give us much insight other than, I talked to the team and they've apologized. Okay, sure, right, that's great, but what really happened? I don't really think that, like, their apology was all that adequate, and I
Yeah.
don't really think that they faced all that much backlash. Like, what, they missed out on a couple $1 million. Oh, okay. And the fact that they're naming her brand ambassador when she's literally been pretty much the brand ambassador all these years is ridiculous at this point. I think
Mhm.
it's like it was unnecessary to even bother doing all that. But I honestly, like, from the moment I found out about the announcement, all I could think was like, man, Courtney was right. Like,
I know.
it's just like, to me, I don't think I could get past that. Like I said, at this point, covering her is because, this is what we do. This is like what we talk about and everything. But otherwise, I don't think I would care to. I don't think I really like would feel interested in anything else. Like, I've seen some of the photos of her at Paris Fashion Week, and I was just kind of like, okay, that was it. You know,
Mm.
because, like, you can't have it both ways. You're over here about criminal reform, criminal justice
I was
reform.
just gonna bring that up. Like, you have one right and one wrong, you're not doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And the thing is that, again, this is a problem that is prevalent in Hollywood, where, oh, we're doing this amazing thing here, but on the flip side, there's still all this bad stuff going on, and then people just kind of like gloss over it because it's Kim Kardashian, and I don't
Yeah.
think it should be that way. I think we should have known that, like, things were not going to get any better when the very first season of this new Hulu iteration of the Kardashians started with her discussing that tape with Ray J all over again. And then they even had a point in that season where her young son supposedly saw something about it. That never made sense to me,
Yeah.
how all of that really happened. And I think that they, meaning the Jenner family, have made it like their mission to, like, stomp out certain kind of stories. We've heard from people like Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked, who has said the fact that he's heard from Kim Kardashian and others in the Kardashian family when the whole Jordan debacle was going on, and they were basically demanding that he, like, turn on Jordan, and he wouldn't. So there's different things that, like, have come to light about them, and I feel like I kept thinking, well, X, Y, and Z, like, this excuse, that excuse, but now, like, there's no excuse for the whole Balenciaga thing at this point. I don't know. I think it's
Mhm.
just like finally over and done for me. I don't know.
That was like I don't know what episode of the Kardashians that we were watching, and and I said in the channel, I'm like, it really hit me that I'm really watching these people's lives unfold. You
Yeah.
know, and I don't know why it hit me in this particular day, but on this particular day, but it's like, really, I'm just watching them live their best life or pretend to, and it just didn't make sense to me. And I think, I'm one of the harsher Courtney fans or critics of the two. But just, I think taking a step back, Courtney taking a step back from the show and just seeing, just a couple of things Courtney does, it makes me think, I'm like, man, I just wasn't seeing her point of view, but I think now I am. Courtney is the only person that held Tristan to the fire,
Yeah.
was like, you don't deserve my sister, triple, you know what? What was his name?
Just trash.
Trish Trash, what is it, triple trimester? Well, I even forgot his nickname.
Monster Thompson.
You don't deserve my sister. Are you a narcissist? Like, really, like, drilling
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
She was the one, talking about generational curses. It sometimes seems a little mystical, but
Yeah.
starting to get the point. You guys hold these men on this pedestal, and it's wrong.
Yeah.
Her, basically teaching her daughter that it's not okay for people to treat you in this certain fashion.
Yeah.
Kim, what drives you? I thought that was annoying. But now with Kimberly being, brand ambassador, it's like,
Yeah.
like I said before, you can pick and choose at this point what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, why all this at this point? You have you're a billionaire,
Yeah.
multi-billionaire. You have
Yeah.
multi-billion-dollar businesses. One, Skims is set to go IPO. So we're
Yeah.
just waiting for that to happen. You've launched Sky Partners. You have this hit show. You've been, famous for more than a decade. Like,
Yeah.
what more could you want?
Yeah.
And why this, you know? And two more thoughts. I feel like Balenciaga is like still riding Kanye's coattails. You know, me, you know, if I was so influenced by Kanye and I'm trying to separate my image from his, I
Hmm.
wouldn't do anything Balenciaga, but that's just me being petty, you know, or just
Yeah.
like trying to define myself.
Right.
Yeah, their clothes is not even that great anyway.
Yeah.
And I had a last thought, but I clearly forgot about it.
Honestly, I think my last thought is just that, you know, um, as you get older, you realize like the things that just don't matter anymore. And I feel like when we grew up, which is crazy because we had another video we were talking about how we grew up with like watching Justin and Britney and all that stuff. But like we grew up, right? Like some of like our young adult life watching the Kardashians, keeping up with the Kardashians and seeing this rise of Kim, right? Kim becoming like from Paris Hilton's closet organizer to
Mhm.
like now she is who she is. You know, outlined all of her accolades. And I really was hoping that like especially when she started doing the criminal justice reform and all that, that was the lane she was going to stick in, and that
Yeah.
yeah, she would find herself, because I thought that was a lot of what she wanted to do after the divorce. But it feels like this is regressing. This is her like still feeling like she needs to have a foot in the luxury space.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, so you did all that with Dolce, and that was, you know, supposedly like a once in a lifetime opportunity, but you're doing this now with this people, and it just kind of feels very like it's all just money, you know. And obviously we know the Jenners about money. We
Yeah.
know that everything is, you know, related to them about money. But this feels even worse because of like prior things.
Mhm.
And for someone who was all about criminal justice reform and all these different things, here you are backing a company that had this legal issue
Mhm.
because of some very like very disgusting like depiction or perception, whatever you want to call it, of like a heinous criminal like, you know, activity. Like that's pretty just contradictory to me.
Yeah.
And I think that's, you know, that's in large part why I'm just kind of like, okay, think I'm done with her.
I just remember my point. And then on a business sense, I'm like, you know, I just think it's giving mixed signals with the luxury brands at this point. Like
Yeah.
you mentioned, you know, Kim was doing this whole Dolce and Gabbana thing. We saw them on the Hulu rendition of the Kardashians, Dolce and Gabbana drama, drama, drama. You know, the line, she was the creative director
Yeah.
for this thing. And then now she just jumped ship to Balenciaga. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, where was the contract there? Like, it just feels weird, you know?
Well, I mean, she's like we said, it's money. She's gonna go
Yeah,
where the money is, you know. And I think that Balenciaga probably paid her a good sum of money.
they had to.
It's not surprising. She was at that LA fashion show, like right front row, had flowers for Demna, like, you know. So I think we knew that
Mhm.
much hadn't really changed. And it's disappointing just because it's like you said, she has all these things going for her. And this just feels like such a like misstep. It feels like
Yeah.
a regression for her. Um, like you don't need those 15 minutes of fame anymore, ma'am. Like
No,
everybody knows you. But
yeah.
anyway, that's it.
She has stupid money now. Like,
Yeah.
you know how many people would want to choose what they do or not do on a daily basis? You
Right.
know, that's just, I mean, if she likes it, I love it. But actually, I don't love this, you know? Pretty
Yeah.
disgusting and despicable. But, you know, that's why I would never buy Kardashian makeup, clothing, swimwear. What else are they into? That Kai the looking whatever thing safely. So that's like products. I'm not
Oh.
buying vitamins. I'm not buying jeans. They're not getting that money from me.
I already spent some of it, but I'm done.
The most they get is my attention because I like the drums, but even then, it's kind of dwindling with us. So,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it is what it is, girl. Make better decisions. And
no,
I just got to say that I'm also disappointed at all the celebrities that went to the LA fashion show for Balenciaga.
yeah.
I'm like, y'all ain't ish, okay? Okay. You too, Cardi.
Around disappointing.
All right, guys, that concludes today's episode. Let us know what you think about Kim being brand ambassador. Are you disappointed? Was this expected? I guess it was expected. I mean, are we siding with Kourtney? I think we've grown so much in like a whole month.
I know.
2024 is the year of enlightenment. Like, who are we?
I know.
But let me know in the comments what you think about this topic. But if
Yeah.
you haven't already done so, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also, please share our video. We're trying to grow our community so your friends could be our friends so we could all be friends. We also have social media, which Dee will tell you about.
We're on Instagram and TikTok at Hear Me Out DNE. So make sure you guys like, follow, share, and comment. We enjoy interacting with you all.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.